we'll do our quick little recap here of the series. Dodgers took games 1 and 2 at home. Game one literally came down to one swing of the bat.
Super cool moment. Awesome for the Dodgers. Awesome for Freddie Freeman. Awesome for baseball fans. Such a
Uh,
great.
Incredible. That's because we wanted when that happened. I'm like, this series is gonna live up to the hype.
Mm,
Here we go. And then game two, Rodon's gonna come in. They're gonna keep the bats in check. This is gonna be a heavyweight fight back and forth. We were totally right. That's not what happened at all.
no, it was night and day between game one and game two, and then game three. So pretty big drop off. Fortunately, game four, competitive fun. Yankees got the bats going. So hopefully we'll have more of a competitive series. But yeah, that game one was amazing.
That
Even
was
like leading up to was they had like Nestor Cortez come in, hadn't thrown in a month or something like that, a while,
mhm.
and throwing to Otani in a huge situation. One pitch, boom, got him out. Next pitch, Freddie Freeman, build the statue.
Build it, dude. And especially after games 2 and 3, Freddie Freeman is on an historic tear. He's now homered in 6 straight World Series games. And you can say that he's doing it on one leg.
For real, he's hobbling around, and for a guy that is hitting home runs and having one of your bottom extremities be not at 100%, very bad, and still being able to get enough power,
Yeah.
that's super super impressive.
That shows you how locked in his swing is.
And the commitment too. He's getting the stadium. It was like at 10 in the morning, so you can do treatment. And then you talk to him after the games, like, I gotta go home, put the kids down, kiss the wife, say my prayers, get up, farm, pick up all the eggs from the chickens. It sounds like he's just a dude that's just the baseball guy. He's a man. He's got responsibilities, and
Yeah.
part of it is whooping ass in the field.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to go home, put my leg in the mop bucket. It's just ice at this point." Just and then doing 5 hours of treatment, and supposedly he's got such a deep bone bruise because those bones are just knocking around, hitting each other.
Oh
That
man,
he's just powering through. He's on got to be on so much Toradol, it would put all of us to sleep.
what's Toradol?
Toradol, it's like I think if I remember correctly, it's like this injection. Basically, they give you a really long needle, and then they put it right into the bone, and then they just hit you. It's like a
Mm,
Toradol is like a hardcore cortisone.
okay, that's nice. Ugh.
Yeah, and so he's getting that plus having to stretch, do Pilates, do like every type of way he can stretch out his those ligaments and just
They
get.
make them like cut the grass too. It's insane. Freddie,
Yeah,
someone's got to do the edging.
yeah.
You're the best.
Hey guys, no, Freddie, yeah. No, you said that if we made the World Series, you would walk decoy every day.
I did it last week.
Nope, Freddie, it's in your contract when Shohei
Mhm.
signed all of the World Series. You have to walk decoy.
Yeah, man, I'm just super impressed with him playing on hobbling around, but still able to be an absolute monster in the box.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, a lot of people are comparing that to like Kirk Gibson. You know, I get the comparison, but Gibson was playing on like shattered knees
mm,
and like a broken pelvis.
yeah, he shouldn't have been in there. It was insane.
No, and that's why it took so long for him to run the bases. I get it. It's the obvious comparison, but I don't think it's fair. What Freddie's doing is amazing, but Kirk Gibson was like a third of a human when that happened.
Yeah, like when he was doing that pump fake thing, like no, he was actually trying to kickstart his heart and his spleen was giving out. So that's what he was having to do. He did not anticipate having to round the bases.
No, it's just like slapping the side of your lawnmower.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's trying to prime. Yeah, I'm trying to prime the pump, but I gotta keep going.
You got to push start it.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
can't
make
wait.
comparisons, but Freddie, it's a different thing. Very impressive. Kurt Gibson's thing, also very impressive. Just kind of like different separate things. But yeah, hard to not look at the similarities.
Oh yeah, And what really is a bummer is Gerrit Cole pitched really well in that first game.
Superb. He was lights out, and it seemed like it was the Yankees game at that point. They were up in the sixth, I think,
Yeah.
something like that, and it seemed to be well within the control. And yeah, it shouldn't be lost that Gerrit Cole threw a gem, and he's going to have another opportunity here for Game 5 to hopefully get a win.
Yeah, I'm really glad he's getting it because game one, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 Ks. And this is a guy who, as a kid, grew up a Yankees fan. I mean, there's the iconic photo from 2001, Yankee fan today, tomorrow, forever, and then had it at his presser when he signed. And then you go out there and you pitch that well, and then they lose the game. I mean, he finally achieves his goal of being like from his childhood of playing for the Yankees in the World Series, and then he lost. How does he handle the emotions of knowing it wasn't his fault?
Sour taste, hopefully he'll probably look at the bigger picture and thought like, well, I'm a Yankee and I got to the World Series, and guarantee you he's thinking about all those things you just said right now.
Yeah.
And he's preparing to do something with that ammunition for, Game 5. So I'm really excited to see how he responds to what happened with Game 1 and try to turn in an even better, more impressive outing and get the W.
Yeah. Game 5, he's like, don't even think about coming towards the mound. I'm going 9. I'm taking care of all of this. And if
Mm-hmm.
I see Nestor Cortez warming up, I'm going to run to the bullpen and take his glove from him.
And his mustache. Here.
Yo, you're out of the club, buddy. And then I'm going to give that glove to the Gabagool man.
You need it, buddy. We got to throw it over into the parking lot because he's got to hang out just for the tailgates now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely at Billy's pub for the rest of the series.
He
And
got DFA'd to Billy's pub.
that's it. You have to DFA. And then it's like, security, can you go take this across the street to Billy's pub, please? Like,
You
okay.
gotta know, there's a lot of people really patting him on the back. There's still a
Oh,
lot of Yankees fans dude, yeah, it's awesome. We've done the same thing.
yeah. Did you see what Louis did? He's a legend.
He did it, man.
He did it. My guy, he got on TV.
He touched Mookie Betts' glove.
That's more of a credit than Kill Tony right now.
Yeah, buddy.
Fun little job.
Yeah, what a funny guy.
What a guy, what a guy. And then the next 2 games, the Dodgers took the lead in the first, and then they never let it go. And especially on Saturday, Yamamoto hurled a gem. 6 1/3, 1 hit, 1 home run, 2 walks, 4 Ks. He literally only made 3 mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's insanity.
Kept him off balance the entire time, and that's huge. You saw how it took until Game 4 for the Yankees to finally get comfortable hitting.
Dude, insanity. Just that this kid, Jesus Christ. This guy's 26. He's got 12 years left on his deal after this, I think, right? He's got 11 years on his deal after this. I mean, if this is how he starts his postseason career, how about that?
Yeah, man, awesome for the Dodgers. This guy's the real deal. So is he gonna be pitching? No, he's not gonna be throwing Game 5. No.
He'd be throwing game 6.
Yeah.
So
Great Game 6.
that's an awesome game 6. I mean, I hope we get there, but we'll get to that in a second.
True.
And game 3 looked a lot closer than it actually was. It took until 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th for Verdugo to smack one over the fence. I mean, the one thing I do not understand from that game was sending the slowest player on your team from second to home to try and jump spark anything.
Yeah, when I watched that, I was initially like, there's no way they're sending him. But I'm thinking from the third, base coach's perspective, hey, we are getting so few hits. Runs are going to be at a premium for at least this game. And so I felt that it was the reason why he sent him. It's like he doesn't have faith and the offense at that point. So just hoping that the Dodgers make the air, like force the issue on them.
Yeah.
And it got out.
No, Teoscar's like, I have 10 minutes to throw this.
He's like, "Are you really running right now? Okay."
Yeah. All right. I'll throw it in 94 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was a nice throw and snag there. But yeah, out by a mile.
And one of the ugliest slides I've ever seen.
Yeah, man, he was really trucking it around the base patch. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. And then when he went to slide, his leg went down. He was like, I haven't done this in so long. How do I do this?
I'm playing baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, so yeah, I thought it was a lack of faith in their offense. So
Yeah.
that's why I thought, they sent him.
I agree with you. And then tonight they turned it around. Luis Eo pitched well. Volpe, it was the Volpe game. Granny, double, scored 2 runs. Austin Wells with the solo. Verdugo with 2 grounders. Juan Soto got a double. I mean, and then Aaron Judge finally got a hit. And Kleber Torres with the 3-run shot. That was exactly what the Yankees needed to build confidence for the rest of this series.
Yeah, you're checking your boxes there and seeing what you need to have happen. And Soto wasn't really a big factor in this thing, that he was like the only thing, him and Giancarlos before. And now you got all these other guys that you needed to have step up, do that. And you saw throughout the course of the at-bats, at least for Aaron Judge, get more and more comfortable. In that last at-bat, he was having some really good takes there that showed he was feeling relaxed, being able to spit it a couple pitches, and then had a nice single, I believe, to cap off his night.
Yeah. Was that Jazz who doubled against the wall with Volpe on second? I think it was. Maybe. I don't have the box score in front of me, but like that, all of those other pieces, this is exactly what needed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The big one being Judge, man. Like it took him a while to get into it. And I got some interesting numbers. Up until that single, he had in the World Series so far a .083 average. Before tonight, postseason, 196, 42 hits, 15 homers, 31 RBIs, 35 runs in 56 games. If he doesn't step up the rest of the series, is he the hitting version of Clayton Kershaw?
Well, that is a good point. In what is that, 56 games? I mean, that's a third of a season there. So that's not a sneezing at situation there. That's not a cup of tea for a small sample size. He's going to have to deliver in the next game here because otherwise people are going to remember this. So he's going to have to do something because you can't just be a team that plays well, in the regular season and doesn't deliver in the post, especially if you're the captain of that team.
100%. You're the captain of the most notable franchise in professional baseball and professional sports. Iconic. And you can't do that. So one thing that I noticed that he adjusted on through the rest of this game, he stopped chasing that low slider and that low outside slider.
Yes.
Now that he stopped doing that and looking like 2020 Nick Castellanos, I think this is going to make a huge difference where he's going to either make people make a mistake pitch, or he's going to keep taking walks, which either way are productive.
Yeah, I think so. And also when he's taking walks, it kind of shrinks the amount of opportunities and pitches like pitchers can feel confident throwing at him as well. Because it was so easy getting him out, on a slider or a cutter away. You feel super confident even doing stuff like throwing a fastball up and in if he's, doesn't feel comfortable in the box. So yeah, take the walks, and that will also help you get the hits.
Yep. Oh, and speaking pitching inside, all of Freddie Freeman's homers are from pitches inside, which he's just tunneled up his pitch, and people keep making that mistake. If I'm in a situation where no one's on, or maybe one person's on, and I'm not feeling throwing a fastball or
Mhm.
throwing or just I'm just pitching him away no matter what. I'm not even giving him the opportunity.
Yeah, I might make one pitch in initially, but a pitch way in and up to pull his hands back. And after that, I'm going away. I'm not giving him the
Yeah.
opportunity. He's way too hot.
I'm not even going to throw high and inside because I could run the risk of it coming over to that sweet just third of the zone and he'll crush it. So, big one here. Does this put the Yankees into a position to go on a run, or is this just who cares and that they take care of business tomorrow or today, actually?
If it is going to happen, they needed to have this game to go the way it did to get the key bats going, to have that sort of offense build momentum to where it's the Yankees. They can beat any team 3, 4 games in a row. However, they're going up against the Dodgers, who are pretty locked in right now. So I think they put themselves in a good position to get their backs up off the wall. However, Dodgers still have the high ground here, but I'm very much looking forward to game 5 tomorrow.
I am too. I'm looking forward to game 5. If anything's going to happen, Gerrit Cole has to be completely dominant, make very few mistakes, and the offense has to keep humming and hope that they didn't score 11 runs to just go completely cold again. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen. I really think that they're going to win a couple more. I think that them seeing Flaherty again will help. Seeing Yamamoto again, seeing these guys again and get opportunities against them, and then the bullpen game and getting to see those high leverage arms already, that
Yeah.
will help them in general because they'll know what their plan of attack is against them because they've already done it they've done it in four other games.
I agree.
That's why bullpen games are dog shit in the postseason. You're showing all of your hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty wild to think that one of the competitors in the World Series is having to phone in game 4.
Wild. Love to
Mhm.
see it, but I'm very excited for the game today. I really just want this to go 7. I think because as much hype as was behind this series, and then it kind of just quickly escalating into a sweep, and then today giving us hope. Tonight giving us hope that we are going to get a competitive series. Got the Yankees backs against the wall. Let's fight, 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 and get it going.